Alright, so we all know what Epic the Musical is, and if you don't, why are you watching this video? Go watch the video I uploaded like a few weeks ago. And most of us, if not all of us, want Epic the Musical to be turned into an actual theatre play. But how would that be done? So to answer that question, I'm going to be making this series where for each song I might add in certain things or change things, but over time I will have had an average way planned out of how Epic the Musical might go if it was done as a performance on stage. So first, we're going to start off with how the stage would look as the people walk in and before the show actually starts. Because how are you going to get a point of view from inside the Trojan horse in the first song if you're outside of the Trojan horse? So to solve this, before this show starts and everyone's walking in, we will have the Trojan horse on stage. Then, when the show begins, the stage will go dark. They'll move the Trojan horse off stage, and then...
Alright, my brothers, listen closely.
But yeah, you get it. Then, later, when Odysseus says...
Attack!
And then they jump out of the Trojan horse and attack Troy. But that's not enough time to roll the Trojan horse back in there. So what are we going to do? Well, I think that the lights should go out again, but for a shorter amount of time. And then when they come back on, you're going to see all of the Greeks fighting the Trojans. But then we run into another problem. Odysseus is going to have to climb one of the walls. How are we going to do that on a stage? Well, I think this calls for a bit of a switch up in the stage. I'm thinking we go for something a little bit more like the Hamilton stage. Because right there's a balcony that is above the stage where people can go on. So Odysseus could go up like a ladder set up where one of those stairs are, and then he could climb up there instead of a wall. So then, when Odysseus heads into the baby's room, he could head off stage, quickly go down to the bottom part, and then walk out of like the back of the stage maybe. So then he'll have the rest of it happening on the bottom part of the stage. And before he gets to the bottom of the stage, the lights could probably dim a little bit so that all of the soldiers on the bottom of it can move out of the way. Since the second song in the musical, Just a Man, is connected to the first song, I'm going to include this quickly. At the end of Just a Man, Odysseus goes back to the wall and eats the baby. So, for what happens there is essentially what I've just said in reverse. The lights dim, all the soldiers go back down, while Odysseus goes up to the wall. And, yeah, the lights will probably go out before the baby gets turned into a pancake.